Joey, how we doing? Joe Foreign-Baugh.
Great to be on. Fun segment. I heard Big Perk just flapping. This will not be that.
Perk, I hope you heard that whole top of the segment.
I heard every bit of it. And Joe, I'm appalled. I'm gonna say I'm appalled. You know, you and I go on ESPN Bet Live, the show, and we do our thing, and then you come on here and you try to act funny with me, okay? I'm not just yapping.
Now, Big Perk, with all due respect, what had happened was.
Perk, he was scared. He had to run off. He was scared of it.
To be clear, I thought I was going to be able to run my mouth recklessly with no consequences.
When does that ever work?
And then just leave. And then when I saw the big man slide back in, I realized we had a bit of a situation there, Perk.
You see what I'm saying, Aaron? Like, we all good on here. As soon as he get in front of Stephen A. and Molly, he switched up on me.
Yeah, he starts acting a fool. Then he makes you come on here, Perk. It's unfair.
Yeah.
Double standards here. At least you don't have to deal with him every day like I do.
The line of the day was him referring to himself as eye candy with everybody else that was on the show.
All right, enough shenanigans. Let's get into some of the games tonight. We're going to start off with Anthony Edwards. Big reason why the Timberwolves are 6-0 in the postseason. He's averaging 32 points per game so far in the postseason. His points prop game 1 was 26.5. Hit that over. Game 2, 29.5. Hit that under. Tonight is 27.5. Do you think he can go over?
I'm rolling with Ant-Man. He's going over on this, Aaron. Damn it, if he tell me to go right, I'm not going left. I'm following his lead. Look, it's going to be rocking in Minnesota tonight. He know what's at stake. We heard what he said in his post-game interview when he was talking about, we expect the Nuggets to come out swinging, but we're going to punch back. And I believe him. Look, this man believes that he's the best player in the world right now. He loves that he's going against Nikola Jokic. And on top of that, if you don't think that Nikola Jokic winning the MVP the other day is going to play an effect on how Anthony Edwards is going to approach this game, I expect him to be aggressive. I expect him to be efficient. I expect him to carry this team to win a Game 3 on his home court. He will have 30-plus tonight.
Speaking of Game 3s, Pacers hosting the Knicks. Jalen Brunson, old big body Brunson, his scoring prop was 36.5 in the last game. Got dinged up, so didn't go over that, but now it's dropped to 35.5 for this game. What are we thinking? Big night in store for Brunson?
Who's going to stop him? Who's going to stop him? I mean, Rick Carlisle, he hasn't figured out a defense yet. Jalen Brunson, especially with OG Anunoby being out, I'm looking at him to get 35 to 38 shot attempts up. That means he's going to hit the over tonight. He's going to have a 40-piece. I don't know if the Knicks are going to win. I know it's going to be close. I expect the Pacers to play better at home. Role players are going to play better at home, but you still don't have an answer for big body Brunson. He is going to hang a 40-piece tonight on the road.
I love that name, Big Body Brunson. Should trademark that. All right, how about the Mavs and OKC? I mean, this series is now tied up. The series odds are -110 each way. You got Game 3 with the Mavs favored in that one. How do you see Game 3 going and also the series now playing out?
Well, I got the Mavs. I got the Mavs winning Game 3, and I got the Mavs winning this series in 7 games. And here's why. I strongly believe that Kyrie Irving is going to be the best player in the rest of this series. We saw what he did in Game 2. And you can look at the stat sheet and say, well, Perk, he didn't do too much scoring-wise, but he controlled the whole game, meaning, on the defensive side of things. I think he tied a career high in playoff in assists for us in the postseason. He was doing it all. His championship leadership was poking out, and I believe that the Dallas Mavericks are going to take this series, and they're going to take Game 3 as well.
Despite the loss to Cleveland in Game 2, Jayson Tatum still the favorite to win Eastern Conference Finals MVP. It's at a price of -155. Some of the people behind the scenes are interested in making that bet. They wanted us to ask you, do you think that's a good bet?
Don't do it. Don't do it. I mean, from listening to Jayson Tatum speak, he don't feel confident in Jayson Tatum. From watching Jayson Tatum play, I don't see the confidence level there. He said that he's been waiting on this moment, meaning the postseason. We have yet to mention his name with guys that have really been dominant in the postseason. So when I think about this Celtic team, one could say that Derek White has been the best player on this team, followed by Jalen Brown. So, I mean, if I was a wise man, which I am, I would not take this bet for Jayson Tatum winning the NBA Finals MVP or the Eastern Conference MVP.
Perk, you can't say you're a wise man then start cracking up at yourself. Nonetheless, give us, lastly, your cool your booty play for the weekend.
Aaron, you remember what I told you yesterday?
What'd you tell me?
I told you when you asked me about the Celtics and the Cavs in this series because the Celtics gave the Cavs a spanking in Game 1. Was I sticking to Celtics in 6? I am.
Yep.
But that means that the Cavs are going to win Game 3. I strongly believe that. They're going to go home back to Cleveland. The crowd is going to be rocking. Guys are going to play better. And I love the plus 8.5, right? Even if the Celtics do win, they're not going to cover that 8.5. This game is going to be tight. Donovan Mitchell is playing at an all-time high. And I believe that a Darius Garland moment is in the making.
All right, well, this line's been bouncing from plus 8.5, plus 7.5, back up to plus 8.5. So, Perk, thank you so much for joining us here on ESPN Bet Live. I'll make sure keep him quiet over here next time he's on First Take.
Big
I
Perk.
appreciate
Just trying to flex
y'all.
on us here with a little First Take action.
All right.
Wanna try to boast at what I look like. Put them down, try to wear, I pull up long range. Jimmy with the heat, I'm on fire. It's NBA, I'm a history club.